Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today for another skincare vlog. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon. I am a medical writer slash skincare researcher. I've written nearly 2,000 medical articles, medical education materials, all of which you can find freely on the web, many of which are focused in the field of skincare and dermatology research. I'll leave a link down below so you can check those out. But today, this video is brought to you in part by skinstore.com, which sent me this lovely product. It's a red light therapy mask device, which I'm really excited to share with you. But really, more specifically, I wanted to discuss and dive into the research behind red light therapy as it relates to anti-aging. But this device was sent to me part of skinstore.com's luxury treat yourself campaign. Thank you skinstore.com for including me in this campaign. I actually have had my eyes on this specific mask for quite a while. I shop on skinstore.com fairly frequently, at least for the past year or so. And I kept seeing this mask, and it definitely is a luxury product. I mean, it is priced that way, but I was really intrigued by it because of the emerging research and data behind red light therapy as it relates to anti-aging, as well as the different wavelengths of different colors or hues within this mask on other parameters of other health or skin parameters like acne and skin dryness. But yeah, this one was definitely very intriguing to me, and if you want to check it out on skinstore.com, definitely go below. I have a link down there. I also have a discount code that will give you 25% off of luxury skinstore.com products. So definitely use that and take advantage of that, because they have some, at least this retailer has some really good options in terms of the sort of higher end products, with some research behind it backing some of the claims. I mean, there are definitely products out there that you want to definitely be doing your research on. And for this product, I definitely did my research on to make sure that it was something that I wanted to portray on this channel and communicate and show you kind of what's out there in terms of the data to support in regard to the anti-aging efficacy. And I do find the data compelling, and I wanted to just go through that today. But before I begin, if you are into skincare research, anti-aging research, dermatology, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. I have plenty more skincare research videos in the past and also coming up, and I would love to have you here joining in this community. And hit that like button too as well. It really helps my channel grow and reach more people, and I really appreciate it. So before I actually begin reviewing the product, I just wanted to give you a sort of background on the research behind red light therapy, really behind LED therapy, phototherapy. LED stands for light-emitting diode, and the therapeutic applications of light-emitting diode therapy, or LED therapy, specifically red light therapy, is expanding based on the emerging research in the field of LED red light therapy, particularly low level light therapy, or LLT, I think that's the acronym, in certain dermatologic related interventions in things like acne, but also photorejuvenation, which is something that I am particularly focused on, especially in this video when we're talking about anti-aging. So what is red light therapy? Red light therapy is a form of LLT, low level light therapy, that relies on LED, the light emitting diodes. And red light therapy, LED therapy, really works on the idea of photobiomodulation, which is a relatively somewhat new term in dermatology, specifically as it relates to red light therapy. And there are some data showing that red light therapy, low-level light therapy with red light, can enhance mitochondrial ATP production, as well as increase growth factors in the skin, and also attenuate oxidative stress. So oxidative stress is definitely one of the key drivers in the pathogenesis of skin aging, usually from the sun, from UV, like UVA. That really increases the oxidative stress. And there's other like factors, the metallproteinase, the MMP enzymes that are activated by sunlight that degrade collagen and elastin. But oxidative stress not only comes from the sun, but also our diet, from pollutants in the air, and also just the active breathing and exercise and living, there's going to be oxidative stress. So having something like a tool like this, or any other product that can attenuate that to a certain extent, can definitely add up and be of a benefit. And many devices are available, commercially available, both at-home devices as well as professional devices that rely on this idea of photobiomodulation, or this process of photobiomodulation. And in contrast to other forms of low-level light therapy, with different hues like blue light and yellow light, red light definitely has been shown to aid in skin rejuvenation for anti-aging purposes. So it's really a non-invasive tool for tissue repair as well as skin healing. Now, in terms of the clinical research behind red light therapy via this photobiomodulation, there are several new studies to date, but a lot of them really are small cohorts. You have to take that into consideration. Some of them are funded by industry, by companies that actually sell these products. So taking those things into consideration. But even then, we still have a good body of evidence to demonstrate its clinical efficacy in regard to the anti-aging component. So first and foremost, so how does it work? LED, the biological tissues absorb the photons from the LED and reportedly bolster certain protective beneficial factors in the skin, all without being ablative or having sort of any thermal energy or injury. So you don't really have any recovery time or downtime after the procedure. So it's a very non-invasive tool that you can just sort of do and forget about it, and you don't really have to have that downtime like with other procedures, maybe like more ablative laser procedures or chemical peels, things like that. So the suitable parameters for red light is generally 633 nanometers, and when this is used, you have the regeneration of skin that occurs via modulation of cellular activity and collagen synthesis, as well as a corresponding decrease in those enzymes, those metallproteinase, those MMPs that degrade collagen and elastin. And like I said, the red light not only stimulates collagen synthesis, but also increases or elevates the levels of fibroblast in the skin. So the red light stimulates the proliferation of fibroblasts, it increases collagen synthesis, and there's also an increase in growth factors and extracellular matrix production. As a result, there is a corresponding lifting and tightening technique of the skin and a reduction in fine lines and rhytids or wrinkles. So that's really promising. There are some studies, and I'll show you some photographs that have been done in clinical studies in a second so that you can see, but there are some studies showing that it actually does have a demonstrable, significant, observable effect. So in one study of 23 people, they showed that a 633 nanometer LED light, when administered 20 minutes 3 times weekly for 3 weeks, did result in a noticeable reduction in fine lines and smoother, softer skin. And what's good about this is that, like I said, it's a non-invasive tool, so there were no adverse events that were reported throughout the study, and they did experience observable, significant, noticeable smoothness and softness in their skin after I think it was the 3-week treatment, doing it at 20 minutes 3 times weekly. So that's really promising. Again, it's a small study, so keep that in mind, but the fact that they did observe that benefit is really nice to see. And there's another study that combined 633 nanometer red light with 830 nanometer infrared LED light, and they did this for the periorbital wrinkles, so the lines around the eyes basically. And they also found improvements in softness and smoothness and firmness of the skin after that study. There's another randomized study that included 136 participants, and in this study they assigned individuals to twice weekly treatments of 611 to 650 nanometer light, or 570 to 850 nanometer light, or a control. And the participants who received the active light therapy, they had significant improvements in skin complexion and firming. There was also increased collagen density and noticeable changes in the skin after 30 sessions. So that's really exciting to see. And you have those photographs there that are really nice. I mean, definitely you can see that there is a noticeable difference from before the light therapy and after. And also research shows that red light therapy may have anti-inflammatory effects, just like oxidation in the skin, inflammation, which is again driven by the sun, driven by pollutants, driven by our diet even. This also contributes to the aging process, the visible signs of aging. Ultimately, red light therapy may reverse the collagen downregulation and also reverse the upregulation of MMP1, matrix metalloproteinase 1, which eats up and degrades collagen and elastin in the skin. That's driven by UV damage, but by other things. I mean, just the passage of time, but also just the pollutants in our environment, again, our diet, etc., etc. Now, is it safe? Is LED light therapy safe? This is going to be variable depending upon the individual. There are some concerns that people with darker skin may definitely want to talk to a dermatologist before engaging in light therapy. Generally, LED therapy is safe, but because it's so variable and the skin is so individualized, you really have to be working with a dermatologist, especially if if you do struggle with things like hyperpigmentation in response to visible light or blue light. That being said, it is a non-invasive modality. It doesn't produce any erythema or long-lasting erythema. I mean, if it does, it's generally in very few people in clinical studies, and it's also transient, so you're not really going to be seeing a huge increase in skin redness or burning, but again, it is individualized, so make sure that if you are concerned about your skin, if it's definitely very sensitive, or you are prone to hyperpigmentation or erythema or anything like that, pruritus, itching, or something like that in response to other modalities, definitely talk to your doctor. That being said, at-home devices generally have lower outputs than professional devices, so it's kind of hard to say whether or not, you know, this is actually something like an at-home device is going to really be producing any noticeable significant adverse effect. But again, very individualized. Make sure you are working with a derm when you are using any at-home device that is emitting light. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get into the device, shall we? So like I said, here's the device. This is the mask. It actually is a little scary, maybe not scary, but intimidating when you first get it out of the box. And this is why I say it's probably a little scary, because it like shows some sort of like indifferent emotion. It's not happy or sad, but it's just sort of, ah. But yeah, I saw this on skinstore.com a few months ago, before skinstore.com reached out to me for this luxury treat yourself campaign, and I was really intrigued by it. I was kind of tripped up by the price because it is pricey. That being said, because of the data behind it, I was very intrigued and I definitely wanted to try it out, and I'm very grateful that I was able to actually get it here. And I have been using it probably every other day. On the box, this is, just so you know, this is the MZ Skin by Dr. Mariam Zamani. It's the light therapy mask. On the box, it says to, I guess in the directions, it says to use 2 to 3 times a week. I've been doing it pretty much then. I mean, maybe if not every other day, then 2 times a week or 3 times a week. I've been starting off slow. It says to start off 10 minutes at the lowest, but I've been doing it for 5 minutes at the lowest, and then I have increased it in terms of the intensity, the light intensity, by 1 point. And I've been doing it for 5 minutes each session, every other day, or every 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm doing that just so I can sort of build up, and I'm not doing all at once, kind of like other products like retinoids or anything like that. I think it's definitely best to start off slow and then build up from there once your skin can tolerate it. And I also just want to see how, you know, if I notice any significant changes at first application. But just reading off the box, it not only emits red light, which is the, I think 630 nanometers for the anti-aging benefits, but it also emits blue light, which is 430 nanometers, and that's used for its antibacterial properties. Apparently there is some data suggesting that the blue light in this nanometer range may help with certain, maybe acne, or maybe some bacteria or bacterium that may contribute to troubled complexion, as it says. There's also green light, which is supposedly help to reduce the appearance of hyperpigmentation and even out skin tone. I haven't used the green light or the blue light yet. There's also yellow light, which is supposed to be for skin sensitivity, supposed to soothe the skin, calm redness and inflammation, to restore calm, perfect for post-sun exposure, that's what it says. And then there's the white light, which is 450 to 460 nanometers. It's supposed to be good for regenerating the skin in response to damaged skin, calming inflammation, and reducing sensitivity. So I haven't used any of those except for the red light. Let me actually plug it in for you so you can see it. There is a remote control. It's very light. You have to plug it into a wall outlet source. But it is very light. It almost feels empty almost. But yeah, there's a power switch and an on switch. I don't know why there's 2 different ones, but when you turn it on, it automatically goes to the number 2 intensity. And I think I started off on the number 1 intensity, like I said, and I used that for 5 minutes. For the first week, every other day, I used just 5 minutes per session at the 1 intensity. I've now increased it to the 2 intensity, but I think it goes up to, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, it just goes up to 5. So that's the brightest. Haven't gotten there yet. It also automatically, it has a timer set. So it automatically goes to 20 minutes. Again, I set it for 5 minutes. After these 5 minutes are up, it automatically goes off. Now there is a strap here so you can put it on your face like so. I don't do that. So the reason why is because I am still trying to learn more about red light therapy, and I want to make sure that everything is perfect for my skin. So I don't know, it doesn't make much sense. I know I probably should be wearing it on top of my face, but what I've been doing, and I think that there is a rationale behind this because you probably still get the same benefits, but I've been closing my eyes and just been putting it close to my face like so. That way I'm actually covering more surface area in my mind. I'm also getting my neck, which is also really important for me, and to a certain extent my chest area, just to make sure that everything's covered. So that's what I've been doing lately. Now, if you have any sort of eye conditions, make sure you are talking again to your dermatologist, to your doctor, to your optometrist, ophthalmologist, making sure that, you know, if you have any sort of sensitivity or eye sensitivity or any sort of condition like that, definitely work with your doctor because this is emitting light, especially if you're putting it right on your face. You want to make sure that you are keeping your eyes protected, and that's also one thing that I think that you should take into consideration when you are purchasing or looking for a red light therapy device. That being said, the company says it does not emit any UV, which is perfect for my life. I definitely don't want UV touching my skin. And in terms of visible light, you've heard me talk about visible light on this channel before and how visible light may induce, to a certain extent, the collagen degradation as well and contribute to the aging process. Now, I think that when it comes to products like this, it has no UV, and it is visible light technically, but it's not high energy visible light. It is the low level light therapy again. And it's at such small quantities, albeit over time, that, I don't know, maybe adds up, but it's at such lower quantities, and it has those research benefits for anti-aging that I'm just not convinced that any sort of visible light from here would contribute to deleterious effects on the skin. But yeah, there is on the box, on the back of the box, they have instructions for you. They have all the colors listed and what it can do. Do you want me to show you the colors? I'll show you the colors. Okay, the color button is the center button on here, but here is the red, here's the blue, here's the green. I think that's supposed to be yellow. Oh wait, I think, and this is the white, I think. Back to red. So yeah, there's the colors. Yeah, anyway, it has all the colors listed, all the supposed benefits. Definitely, I would definitely go into PubMed, search for red light therapy, or search for these nanometer ranges, skin benefits, etc. Do your own research before you delve or deeper into this, and definitely ask your dermatologist about these products just to see if it's going to be, again, right for you, suitable for your skin type, etc. And it also includes directions how to use the device as well as the safety precautions that you should take. But yeah, like I said, I've been using this every 2 to 3 times a week, every other day, sometimes every 2 days. And I have been using it mainly for prevention, to be honest, but I'm definitely interested to see if it provides any sort of noticeable changes in my skin, any sort of clearing the complexion, or, you know, things like that. So I'm really interested to know how this works for me particularly. Have you ever used a red light device? I know that they are also available professionally. I'm actually going to be getting a hydrofacial in December, and one of the things that they have in the package that I'm getting is red light. It's like a combination of red light and probably blue light therapy. So I know there are professional devices out there. I know Paris Hilton also uses this, I don't know if it's this mask, but she also uses like a red light mask similar to this. And I think she also has like her own professional red light therapy at her home. I'm actually very interested in getting that. But anyway, have you used it? Let me know down below your thoughts, your experiences. I'd love to have your input, because I think that one of the best things about this channel is I get to learn more from everyone else out in the world of their own skincare knowledge and experience. Yeah, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Definitely hit that subscribe button so you can stick around for future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.